But by the time the 20th rejection came in, it didn't even sting the way the first one had. The first had felt personal. The second felt unlucky. By the 5th, he started questioning the way he wrote his emails. By the 10th, he questioned the way he spoke about himself. By the 15th, he questioned the version of himself he'd been carrying around like a resume in human form. The 20th was just information. He sat in the small kitchen of his apartment, laptop open, watching the rain trace slow lines down the window. Another polite no, another carefully worded paragraph about moving forward with other candidates. He closed the email and let the quiet return. No spiral, no dramatic moment. Just a tired exhale. This had become his rhythm. Wake up, apply, adjust, repeat. Some days he felt steady. Other days he wondered if he was slowly training himself to accept less than he wanted. The hardest part wasn't the rejection. It was the in-between space. The hours after sending something out into the world and waiting to see if it would come back with meaning attached. He filled that space with small acts of progress, learning a new skill, rewriting a paragraph, practicing answers to questions he might never be asked. Friends tried to be helpful. It only takes one yes. He knew they meant well, but the math felt abstract when the count of no's kept rising. One yes felt like a myth people told each other to stay polite about uncertainty. Still, he kept going. Not out of blind optimism, but out of a quieter decision. If this was going to take time, he wasn't going to let the waiting make him smaller. He stopped copying language he thought people wanted to hear. He wrote more plainly. He spoke more directly in interviews. He stopped apologizing for not being someone else. On the day the yes arrived, he almost missed it. The subject line didn't shout. It didn't promise anything dramatic. It just said they wanted to talk. The call was brief, practical. They liked his thinking. They appreciated his persistence. They thought he'd be a good fit. When he hung up, there was no surge of triumph, no movie moment. Just a stillness he hadn't felt in months, a sense of the noise settling. Later, when he looked back, the 20 rejections didn't feel like obstacles anymore. They felt like a slow filter. Each no had stripped away a version of himself that wasn't quite honest. Each revision had made him clearer about what he actually wanted and what he was willing to bring. The yes didn't arrive because he finally became perfect. It arrived because he became real, and he stayed long enough for the right door to notice.